You know, a year ago in the truck races, he was fantastic.
Kurt Busch is 15th. He's the last car on the lead lap, and we'll go right up in front of him to this three-car battle of Terry Labonte with Mark Martin and Sterling Marlin. This race is for 12.
All these owners right now, and drivers included, are looking for chemistry. They're looking for a crew chief that can relate and talk to the driver, that they can communicate and get some results. It's a frustrating thing to be the owner and have the driver come say, I don't like my crew chief, or the crew chief says, I can't work with this driver. And you've got to make changes if you're going to have any success.
We talked about Mark Martin a while ago in the 6th car about leading laps. With leading a while ago, he has now led at least 1 lap in all 7 races. He's accumulated 40 bonus points just from leading, because all you got to do is lead 1 lap to get 5 points. 40 points 7 races into the season could make a big difference at the end of the year.
Look at relative speeds of those 3 cars battling.
20 on the tires, 2-0.
That's Jimmy Finning telling Mark Martin, this Mark's crew chief, got 20 laps on these tires since the last time they changed.
The thing about staying out in the leading lap, though, Larry, is when you come in, you're going to be at the tail end of all the lap cars or lead lap cars, so you're going to lose a lot of track positions to gain those 5 points. But if you're a big picture racer, it can pay off at the end of the year.
But you know, a while ago, DW, with about 17 cars on the lead lap, he was about the 16th or 17th place car, so he really didn't give up a lot by doing it.
And Mark led the most laps in Las Vegas. A very similar shaped track to this one.
Which is an extra 5 bonus points for leading the most laps.
Right now, Steve Park is coming across to lead his 22nd lap of this race. Dale Jarrett's led 86. Earnhardt Jr.'s led 49. We've completed 163 laps in Texas. You're watching Winston Cup Racing on Fox, presented by the Home Depot.
Introducing the all-new Silverado Heavy Duty. The most powerful heavy-duty pickup you can get. Silverado Heavy Duty. More truck from Chevy.
As you'll see up here in the north, we have another round of thunderstorms and rain, accompanied by strong winds and falling temperatures. And this should be out of the area on Sunday or Monday morning for very.
Store your favorite shows digitally so you can watch them whenever you want. Ultimate TV. Watch what you can do.
Zesty! Zesty! Zesty times 2.
The only thing zestier than eating a crunchy Taco Bell taco is eating 2 crunchy Taco Bell tacos.
Zesty party of 2.
A tale of 2 zesties.
Uno, dos, zesty!
There's nothing like doubling up on America's #1 taco. And right now, you can do it for just 99 cents. 2 crunchy tacos for 99 cents. Get them at the Bell.
Hello, Zesty. Call waiting. Hello? Zesty!
Viewers have experienced it.
Men don't use these anymore. No, sir!
Find out why America's talking about boot camp at 9, 8 Central, Fox, Wednesday.
Welcome back to the Texas Motor Speedway, and this quick reminder on Fox Sports Net tonight at 9 every Sunday night, NASCAR Victory Lane, a wrap-up on all the weekend activity. And with us today, the Budweiser.com airship, reminding all race fans that Budweiser is NASCAR's official beer. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Budweiser 8 car, currently running second behind Steve Park. But how about Bobby Labonte, last year's points champion? In all 34 starts last year, Jeff Hammond, he finished every race. He's out of this race. This is the 3rd, did not finish so far this season. That's quite a turnaround for Joe Gibbs Racing and Labonte.
Unfortunately, Chris, that's what you call that's racing. One year it's your year, the next year it's not. Unfortunately for these guys right here, everybody was expecting them to come back out and repeat, to have them be able to get back on track. But as he said, they're doing some things So the engines this year, I think, are a little bit different than a year ago. They've had some problems. That bottom end problem could have been a connecting rod where it broke. The connecting rod holds a piston to the crankshaft, or it could have been a piston that failed. They weren't too sure.
And looking after 6 races, where Labonte was, Mark Martin, Jeff Burton, and where are they now? The problems that they're having, that's part of Roush Racing, which also the cat in the hat must be ready to eat green eggs and ham the way things are going.
Well, he's a racer. He understands sometimes there's going to be years that you're going to have to work through it. He's been there before, and believe me, these guys aren't quitters. They'll get back on track. And that man, that number 6 car right there, believe me, he's probably one of the toughest guys out there.
Mark Martin has run well at the Texas Motor Speedway. Let's go to Matt Yoka for a check on the leaders. Matt?
Right now, Chris, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is running in second, about 4/10 behind teammate and leader Steve Park. We've well documented today the fact that Dale Jr. is fighting an aero push. So they radioed to Stevie Reeves, who is Steve Park's spotter, that if he gets close enough, will Park adjust his line going in the corner, just entering the corner, so that way Dale Jr. can get a little more air on the front of that car. They have done that, but he's still fighting that aero push. They're talking about making some more adjustments on that car as they've done all day, just trying to fix it, but they don't want to make too many to go too far.
Park with about a 0.6 of a second lead on Earnhardt Jr. Jeff Gordon is third, 3.5 seconds off the leader.
We heard Steve Mill talk about that those cars have 2 distinctive different setups. Park's running on bump stops, real soft springs, letting the car ride on bump stops. Dale Jr., on the other hand, has got stiffer springs, and he's not riding on bump stops. When you got the stiffer spring, the car will not get down in the track like the car with the softer springs will, particularly when the track gets slick.
And what Steve Park can do for Dale Earnhardt Jr. is he can move his entrance up. Dale Earnhardt Jr. can get that left front out of hit Steve Park's air. That's the corner you want to plan, is that left front.
Yeah, because the air goes around these around these cars like that. If you're in this pocket back here, then you're not getting any air on your front end. You're losing all your downforce. So you got to get that. See how he's out to the inside of that car? That puts downforce on that left front corner right there.
This battle is for 12th place. Terry Labonte, Kurt Busch with Mark Martin and Sterling Marlin. Here comes Marlin to the inside, and Martin just lets him go.
That's classic Mark Martin. He does not want to race somebody.
Now, last week, Martin had a fast car, but his teammate Jeff Burton crashed in front of him. Mark piled into him, and Darrell, you talked to Jack Roush about that last week at Bristol.
I asked, I said, isn't that's about a car owner's worst nightmare, isn't it? And he said, no, not honestly, it wasn't. So what do you mean by that? He said, it's the first thing that's happened this year they haven't blamed me for.
Kurt Busch is trying to give last year's pole sitter and the 99 race winner here, Terry Labonte, a workover.
Busch has got a good-looking car. I mean, he has passed a lot of cars, and he's right up in there in the thick of things. Not out of this race by any means.
They were scheduled to make a sponsor announcement, we understood this morning, for Kurt Busch for the rest of the season.
They did unveil a car down there, and I think Sharpie, who's actually going to sponsor a race later on in this season, what a fitting sponsor. As many Sharpies as these drivers use to sign autographs, they'll be on that car starting at Martinsville.
Well, now he's had a little run there underneath Labonte.
Look at the 43. I think he's dropped a cylinder or something. Well, here's a pass for Kurt Busch going by Terry Labonte. They've been fighting each other pretty hard here. He finally made the pass. I was going to say something about the 43. Looks like he might have lost a cylinder or something. He's really slowing down.
Yeah, John Andretti is 35th, Darrell, and he's kind of been rattling around off pace.
Yeah, see, he's pulling down out of the way. It's like it's maybe only running on 7 cylinders.
So he joins Ron Hornaday and Michael Waltrip of the cars that are moving at, let's say, less than race pace. How fast is Andretti going?
160 miles an hour, 159 off the corner. Remember, those guys a while ago was running over 170 coming off the corner.
Yeah, and 190 into the corner, so he's way, way off the pace.
Well, that, folks, will show you how fast this place is. How do you look slow running 170 miles an hour?
A guy passes you doing 180.
That's how. Steve Park has opened it up to 0.7 of a second now over Earnhardt Jr. Let's show you speeds of these cars as they come past the line. Out of our Fox box. Earnhardt Jr. a little bit quicker there. And Johnny Benson the fastest thus far on this lap.
And I think it's really interesting to me how some of these guys complain about the new tire and they can't get their car to drive as good. But there's two cars running first and second that are set up totally different and getting good results.
Park works under Bill Elliott.
All right, I've been watching the one car here, Steve Park. All right, see his top grill opening right there? He's got more tape on the left side. It goes back to what we talked about a while ago. Anything you can do to plant that left front corner, it's going to put more downforce. See, he's got more tape right there. I'm all over the place with the telestrator. But you see on the top opening, he's taped the left side, letting the air go through the right side.
And see how high the car tries to raise up on the left front? That's because you got to take spring out of the right rear to get the bite, get the car to be tight enough for you. That causes the weight to transfer over, and it'll pick that left front up. So you got to aerodynamically tighten that car back up or push that front end down with that fender right there.
How long has it been that duct tape has been a tuning tool?
I've been in it 20 years, and it was in there when I come on board.
Yeah, but for tuning, for aerodynamically tuning.
Speaking of tuning, how about this battle for ninth? Kevin Harvick, he's worked his way in the top 10, just takes that ninth position away from Elliott Sadler. Elliott Sadler, who won at Bristol last week. Kevin Harvick, who won about a month ago in his second or third race in the 29 car.
Steve Park, the Rockingham winner, with an 0.8 of a second lead on Dale Earnhardt Jr. Jeff Gordon third, 4 seconds back. Dale Jarrett 5.8 seconds off the lead. Then Ricky Rudd and Todd Bodine here in Texas.
How's it going, Stan?
Pretty good. If we could just move that bun cake and a couple more macaroons, I think we can ship that package to the suburbs.
Good. Here's another one.
Good. Cookie?
Your small business should need its own small business to pay for shipping. For tools to help avoid unexpected surcharges, manage your bottom line, and meet customer demand, check out USPS.com.
There's a new star rising. The fans are raving. This one's going to be legendary. When you're the next big thing, everybody wants you. Even Kobe Bryant. Introducing the next big thing from McDonald's. It's the Big and Tasty.
Nice shot.
We love to see you smile. Since I'm with you, I've begun to feel so strange. Every time I speak your name, and honey, you'll always be the only one for me. Meeting you was my destiny.
With payments from just $1 a day, falling in love with a Yamaha V-Star has never been easier.
NASCAR Winston Cup Racing, presented by the Home Depot on Fox, is brought to you by the Home Depot, the official home improvement warehouse of NASCAR.
We continue under the green flag. And no, we don't. Caution is just waved. Piece of debris down there to the inside of the corner. Out of turn one. I believe that's a catch can from a car that had just made a pit stop. Here's the battle back to the flag to see who gets a lap back from Steve Park, and a bunch of them do. Looked like a catch can. Down there it is in the bottom of your screen down in turn one.
Right at the exit of pit road.
That 96 car just come out of the pit, so I think that, yeah, here you go. Had to be him.
Oops.
Gone with the catch can.
That's when you don't know if they're saying go, 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 or whoa, whoa, whoa.
In any case, the caution is out once again here in Texas in a race that on long runs Dale Jarrett has done well, and on fairly short and medium runs Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Steve Park have been at the front.
Park's car looks to me like it's got the best of both worlds. It's not that bad on the restarts, and it gets better the longer it runs. So I think he's got the best of both worlds.
Now, Junior's car has been real good taking off on the restarts, but the longer we